Hey, greetings and salutations. I'm Big Brother. Welcome to my shoe. Whew, been a long day. Went to the auction yesterday and dropped a tidy sum, about 300 bucks on mostly ephemera. Not all ephemera, but a lot of what I got is ephemera. And um, yep, waiting on treasure scavengers to come along and join me. They'll be here shortly. So yeah, I got all kinds of stuff. Storybook. I got a storybook or two. I've got a lot of photographs. Here's, believe it or not, this is a card to somebody for Christmas. Here's stuff from the 50s from Bell and Howell. Like I said, I got a few greeting cards that are uh, vintage. Things like this. So, I'll be selling those. And then there's some really weird things. Uh, a horoscope and lucky guide for people born on the July 4th. And here is a ration book cover, almost made out of a denim, a canvas. That's what it is. With look at that old, but it's ration books. I've sold them here before, but there's all different kinds, and the stamps are still in them. I've got a lot of those. Just going through the stuff. I find stuff that I want to keep, like a cabinet card with a picture of a dog and a kitty, and it's a nice one too. Well, it's not a cabinet card, is it? No, but it's that old. It's definitely 20s or 30s. So yeah, I come across some pretty cool stuff here and there. Eh. Oh shit! Hmm. Come on out of there. Yep, this is from the 20s. See you. Yeah, I got things like that. Got some old photographs. And she looked like a starlet, like she could be in pictures. Hmm. You ought to be a movie. All kinds of things up in here. Oh, there's a patch for no reason. Uh, got a lot of 1800s almanacs in here. Oh, Jana, how you doing? I'm just showing off some of the stuff I got from the auction and that I'll be selling tonight and Tuesday. So yeah, I've got a lot of stuff from the 1800s again because, well, what I like. Um, this one, every once in a while, I'll come across one that's new good. Treasure Scavenger will be along shortly. There's the Illustrated Family Christian Almanac for the United States, 1865. And they're in good condition, too. They all have illustrations in them. And they're almanacs, right? They tell you when the moon's going to be high and all that stuff. It's almost like every single page is something. Here's all the numbers. I know that's hard to see on my screen, but it's the calendar for Boston and New England there. Calendar for New York City and Philly, as if it would be different. So, and then I've got things like this, which are different. I've not seen these before. These kind of covers up here, they're different. They're not the ones that I usually see. But I have a bunch of those that I usually see. Just all kinds of. I'm sorry, I can't help myself. Really, a 1920s picture of a kitty cat can't go wrong, right? Yeah. Oh man. Oh, it's just been raining all week, just constant. I'm so sick of the rain. Zeus, huh? How you doing, Zeus? So, all right. Come across these old photos. Guy actually liked his horse. A lot of the horse pictures in here. And Treasure Scavengers, they'll be joining me here shortly as soon as we gather up an audience. I will have a giveaway tonight. Yes, because I haven't done one in a while, right? This is 1940s. There you go. Woo! She's looking good. Come on, fellas. How you doing, Patty? All kinds of stuff. Just got back from the auction. For those that missed it, that's what I do. I go to auctions. I try and get stuff reasonably, some cool things, photographs from the 20s and the 1900s and stuff, my thing. And I'm bringing back to you and sell them. Sell them to you guys. And not expensive either. I did find some things that, see, this is neat. I might hold on to this. There's 103 of them up on eBay. So, but this is early Charles Schultz, and this is an awareness to your kids growing up blind or blindness or blurriness. How to spot your kids that need glasses or might be going blind. And that's what this is, and it's kind of cool. It's not something you see every day. It's 1950 something, 1967. So this is early peanuts. That's cool stuff. And here's another old photo. Horse and sleigh. And all these are almanacs from the 1800s. I have quite a few. I will be selling. I'm not going to sell the whole lot today because Tuesday's my ephemera show, right? So these are the ones that I normally see, the ones with the blue covers. I've got quite a few of those. I was trying to think of what's a reasonable rate to get for them, and I think I know. Well, yeah, here's 1873, 1884, 1869, 1871. I got the good lot of the 1800s, right? And 1877 Family Christian Almanac, which has a lot of stuff. Here, here's another one, 1880 Family. Family Christian Almanac. Stuff that advertises as Christian is selling pretty well for obvious news cycle reasons. So, I've got all these. I'll be selling probably about 4 or 5 of them tonight. We'll see. We'll see if anybody's interested. I'm still going to try and push them. They're just cool, and uh, it's going to be 3 more weeks before I can get back to an auction, another auction. So I bought a lot of ephemera, and it's not just ephemera. I bought some pottery. I bought a glass piece that I'm probably going to wind up keeping. It's artistic glass piece, and I kind of got it for me. So yeah, 1880. Photo postcard. Yeah, just all kinds of stuff in here. And then there's stuff that's weird. Like I got a directory for Earlham College from 1942. So it's it's a directory for a college. What do you want to say? It's not. It might hold special interest to somebody that maybe went there, but you're talking 80 years ago. So is anybody left? uh, I don't know. It's just I the things of that are old and in good condition and have an interest like these, which means not really much. I'll get a bunch of those together, stack them all, and then sell them off all at cheap. I get rid of them, and if they don't sell, well, I throw them away. So I like to preserve history, but I'm not going to keep history around if nobody gives a shit about it. So yeah, here's a patch, all kinds of stuff on here. Patty, it's good to see you. Where you been? I was putting one of your, I was gathering up all your stuff and getting ready to put it all in a nice box. And you're not even close to a box. You're slacking, Missy. 1958 home decor. This is cool. Look at this old. I've been on other channels where they'll try and sell this for 20. And I've comped these on eBay, and this particular one, which there are a few, they're selling for right at 20. This one still has the advertisement in it that came with it. That's cool. I wouldn't sell it for that much. That's wrong. That's not how I want to treat my customers. And for those that need to know, did you? Yeah, yeah. It was kind of scary here when we had. Let's see, what was it? I think it was Sunday and Wednesday. Those were the 2 days when the storms passed through us here in Indiana. And let's see, there were some tornadoes out and about doing their usual damage things. Most of them struck south both days down in Bloomington, which is where IUPUI is, if anybody knows their colleges. No, not IUPUI, just IU. Yeah, IU at Bloomington. Yeah, that's it. Get it right. Ooey Pooey is downtown here. Anyway, yeah. Yep. So I've got this stack. Treasure Scavengers is coming along a little bit. And I'll start selling off my 1800s merchandise that I just recently got. And if I'm running out, I've got a big stack over there. I got a bunch of it. They're in a big old flat. And a flat, like I said, this is a flat. Um, I buy things by the flat. So, well, usually, sometimes if I want something, it'll be by itself. There were some pictures that I didn't bid on, and I maybe should have, but they're funerary pictures. Back in the day, the only way to afford photography was wait for somebody to die, and then they'd get a free picture, and that's how you had pictures of your loved ones. Because if you're alive, that stuff costs money, and a lot of people just were poor, like everybody's getting ready to be now. So, uh, there was a bunch of those photographs, and sometimes they go for pretty good money. Right now, the market's down on them, but there were some baby ones. And because there were some baby ones, I didn't feel right. Uh, I mean, I shouldn't feel that way. This it's just money, right? But I don't know. Maybe I'm a reseller with a conscience, which is a not a good combination. But um, yeah, it was kind of weird. But there was a picture in the lot that I wanted, and it was a picture of a hearse, and it had a couple of horses on it pulling. It was that old. It was the horses with the lanterns because it was before light, and it had the glass side, and it was all etched out, and it was a really great picture, and it was framed up, so it was kept up in nice condition. But it turns out somebody glued the back of it, and yeah, that's a no-no. uh, I still could have gotten 10, $15 out of the picture, maybe more. But, you know, it's really neat when I come across old stuff that's really, really cool. But the people that had it before ruined it by adding glue or marker or colored it, hence which why ephemera is so expensive, I guess. So I'm going to go ahead and start this shindig. And everything that's, yeah, it's out there. Okay. I've got some things I need to identify. Like this is a negative, and it's a pretty big negative, right? But I can't make out what it is. Some stone building and a reflecting pool out front. But it's not, uh, it's not the Capitol. So I'll just start off by going for this. First item up is gonna be a 1957, I believe. 57 Wonder Book Read Aloud Fairy Tales. There's the front. It's in pretty decent shape for 1957. Let's see. Treat your child to the stories you loved best: Snow White, Rumpelstiltskin, Jack and the Beanstalk, and all the rest. Large, easy to read type, beautifully illustrated. Illustrations. Almost every page has an illustration on it. It is large, bold type. It's nice on my eyes. There you go. Yes, it's called an egg. It's now $2 each. Let's see. There's the lady that spins the golden silk. Fisherman and his wife, the real princess. Oh my goodness. Let's find out. Starting bid on this is going to be, I don't know, $3. How's that? Note to the parents. Cinderella's the first one. I don't get it. Contents, huh? $3. Read aloud fairy tales has all the classics in it. Large, bold type for us old codgers to read it easier to our grandkids. If the grandkids can even hold attention to it. Jack and the Beanstalk. Why does he always have to be picking his nose? Why do giants have to pick their nose? Anyway, $3. Spine's okay. Outside's okay. Inside's pretty cool. If you want it, just let me know. All my sales are good for 24 hours. At 7 o'clock tomorrow, all sales are gone. If you see some you want, replay, just put down, let's do this again. Number 24, if you like this, just let me know in the comments below. Say number 24. I need your name, YouTube name, if it's different than your name. Your PayPal address, which would be your address, your web address, and where you live, street address, city, state, zip. If I don't already have that information. Next up, we're going to put these two aside for now. Oh my. Okay, so 1900s photograph, framed. It is a wood frame. Twins. Now I'll leave it in the frame because there's the frame on the back. Every picture that I get always has this ripped out because they're still cutting them out to see if there's any money left behind it. Nobody does that anymore. There's nobody alive left to do that still does that. But there you go. There's the kids. 1900s, 1910s photograph. Some crib they got there. Appears to be wheels on the bottom there. If you're interested at all, $3 starting bid. There you go. Number 16. We just throw all kinds of numbers out there to keep it lively. Okay, I just had the other one. Here it is. Oh my goodness. This, I almost want to save that for Debbie. Oh, I want to put all the photographs here. Okay, I've got a cabinet card. It's a really nice one. Most of my cabinet cards, I start off at $2. I'm gonna go ahead and yes, they are. It's cute, so. All my cabinet cards are gonna be $2 unless I otherwise say so. But I got a little bambino. Look at that basket. And it's in a really nice cover. The back. Technical difficulties working on it. Okay. So all cabinet cards will always be $2 unless I say otherwise. And same for the postcards. Number 1. for the baby. If you're interested, just give me a holla and then give me $1. Ah, Patty Crane, Miss Cabinet Card herself. Okay. Patty. I haven't had a chance to go through all my ephemera yet either. Hey, Linda Punky, how you doing? Ooh. I had something to write with. It was right here. Oh, here it is. Patty. Thank you very much, Patty. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. It means I get to reuse the number 1. I have a stack of your stuff right here, Patty. Your cheese box. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to go back over it so everybody knows. That's my information there. My name's Andy. If you want to refer to me as Andy, please go ahead. Or the big nerdy guy. All cabinet cards I have are $2. All postcards I sell are $2 starting. The postcards that I sell are worth it. I sell a lot of stuff from the 1800s. I have a lot of stuff from the 1800s tonight. I specialize in ephemera, but it's not always ephemera. I go to auctions and then I sell whatever it is I buy there here. And whatever I don't sell here goes up on eBay. All sales are good for 24 hours, 7 o'clock tomorrow Eastern. All sales are off. So, yeah. I try and attach a number. If I don't have a number attached to the product, just do your best to describe the product you want if you're watching it on replay. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay. Okay, so next up, I've got Movie Making Easy with the Bell & Howell 172A 8mm camera. And it's that camera they're referring to. So this has some age to it. 1953. Tips on Christmas movie making. That's a little weird, right? Probably came with the camera as a bundle, maybe. Maybe this was some Christmas gift or bonus to meet every picture taking need. There's little corny captions in there. Yeah, it talks about climate and picture taking. All kinds of different cameras there from Bell & Howell. And there were some old there was a Bell & Howell picture camera there. So what am I going to sell this at? I think this looks like it's got some water damage on it. I'll do $2 on this if anybody wants it. So Bell & Howell Christmas movie making tips. If you're interested. It's in great condition outside of the little spillage here. It's probably been in there long enough that but there's no bent corners or anything. This is from the 50s. So here we go. $2 if you're interested. That'll be number 1. Told you I could reuse it. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Ooh. Okay. Well, we can leave that down there. I don't need that. I have some vintage Christmas cards. I didn't know if I wanted to sell them all by themselves. Got them got writing on them. These are going to be from the 50s. $1957 on this one, and it's a Hallmark. So I'm going to go ahead and do all 4 of these as a vintage lot. One of them was in the 50s. I'm just going to say they're all from the 50s, late 50s, but I can't guarantee that. But that's how I think when I do this stuff. This one's called Christmas Horizons, a California artist presentation. Dear Elaine. Anyway, we've got this. Santa loves you this much. He loves consumerism this much. That's one. Okay. So it starts off square. This one's gorgeous. It's got 3 little cherubs sitting on a candle down there. It is sparkly. There's gold glitter in it that, barely shows up on my camera. If you want to read all that, you're going to have to buy it. Yeah, this one's marked 1960. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. This is a pretty card. The paper is quality paper. I don't know how else to say that, but it's not the typical Christmas paper. 1957 Hallmark. Santa. And that's pretty much all it is. They're long ones. Those 3 and this one. And that's called 6 Little Indians. Only see 1, but maybe there's supposed to be 5 more cards in a set. Who knows? But here's more stuff to Elaine. Front and back. Boy, they had to write it, huh? Anyway. Little Arizona going on there, I think, or, Navajo or something. These, normally I do these for like $2 a piece. I'm going to put all 4 of them together and we're going to start bidding off at $3 for all these vintage greetings cards, Christmas cards. I'm pretty sure they're all Christmas cards. Even this one. If anybody's interested in the 4 cards, 2 of them are Hallmark. If you're interested, what did I say? $3? I meant $2, right? I say $2. 50 cents a piece. That sounds like a good deal. If you're interested in them, that'll be number 20. Oh, treasure scavengers. Okay. All right. For something completely different. Yeah, sorry about that. For a person born on July 4th, this is Zoller's horoscope and lucky guide, advising you on matters pertaining to business, health, investments, marriage, travel, etc. And the lucky numbers for each month compiled by Zolar, America's most popular astrologer. 1941. go. It's a lot of writing, front and back. Whoops. Yeah, okay. What's this say? Looks like you can send it off to somebody if you like. Give you a good look at the front there. Pretty neat. Let's see. Your lucky numbers for this month, according to Science of Numerology, are 3, 1, and 7. In November 1941, Cancer. You have a problem. Whatever that problem is, I might be able to help you. Here's some examples. Question. Dear Zolar, we have been living on our farm all of our lives. Recently, my husband has become restless and discontented. He was born April 10th, 1881. He wants to sell the farm and get a job in one of the mills where the wages are very good. What do you advise us to do, dear friend? I've gone over your husband's horoscope very carefully, and in my opinion, you would be making a great mistake if you give up your farm. He won't be happy if he makes this change, and the factory life will not agree with him. After February 1942, he will come under more settled planetary aspects in the planet Mars, and so on and so forth. So, kind of a unique item, and it's wartime. Which, if he gives up the farm in 1942, he may not have a choice and go to war anyway. So, let's see. 5. It's in good condition. It's 1941, going right into the war. It talks about it's in decent condition. Most opportune periods for affairs of the heart: September 2nd to 5th, October 29th to 31st. When it's cold, snuggle up with that person, you know? November 41, December 41. Free coupon for Zolar's Destiny charts. Good grief, man. First 1942 edition of Zolar's individual horoscopes. Huh. Okay. $5 if you want it. It's here. Good for 24 hours. We'll do a number 5 on that thing. Waiting for the computer to turn on. Okay. You just don't like me. Bunch of stupid postcards, man. I bought so many postcards. And they're dumb postcards. They're not the pretty ones. There will be a time when I sell this, but this will probably go up on my ephemera channel, more than likely. That is mine. This is pretty stiff, like a cabinet card should be, even though it's just a photograph on really thick paper. Yeah, that thing comes off. Let's get that off there. Hubba hubba. Hey fellas. Yoo-hoo. Looks like she takes big bites of apples. Yeah, I think she's kind of hot. Yeah. Oh, we do $2 on her. This is a fairly large photograph, 9 by 11 or 8 by 10, one of those two. If you're interested. So if you're interested. Lady with Teeth, $2. Number 26. Oh, let's see. That goes over there. I'm not going to sell these until Tuesday. Alrighty. Let's not do these. How about we sell some of these really old almanacs? What do you think? Let me grab a stack here. Here we go. I'm just going to take whatever's on the top here. I don't have these separated by years or anything. So we're just going to go with it. Don't have its thing to hang them up with. Hostetter's Illustrated United States Almanac, 1877, for merchants, mechanics, miners, farmers, planters, and general family use. Carefully calculated for such meridians and latitudes, are best suited for a universal calendar of the United States. And okay, so these are in really good condition. Almanac, 1877. Calendars on the back, and the calendars, yeah. Man, it's hard for me to see that way, but let's see. Casterline and Pritchard. It says where this is. Dealers in Hostetter celebrated stomach bitters, drugs, medicines, chemicals, fine toilet soap, fancy hair and toothbrushes, perfumery, and fancy toilet articles, trusses and shoulder braces, all kinds of stuff there. I'm not going to read it all. But let's see. This is it's an almanac. It's going to tell you. It goes based on. I think it's the 100 years before. Maybe it's the 50 or the 20. I forget how they do it, but you can still get an almanac today, and it's based off a compilation, and they're pretty close to being right as far as weather goes. So there's a guide to health, facts worth remembering. 1,000 shingles laid 4 inches to the weather will cover 100 square feet of surface, and 5 pounds of shingled nails will fasten them on. Yeah, I know, toothbrushes can be fancy. There's a barber scene in here. This is in really good condition. There's a little bit of some of the pages are missing the corner, but that's the only issue I see, honestly. No bent pages I don't see on this one. Ooh, how to gain flesh. What? Relief for the sleepless. Really? Whoa, I could use that. Let me tell you. Oh, I haven't said how much I want for these. These particular ones, I'll do 8. These books, unless they're really damaged, are going to be $8. So you'll probably just be wanting year 1877. It's one of my older ones. If you're interested, $8. Oh yeah, just throw it everywhere. Oh, Patty? Again, if there's something that you see that if somebody likes it more than Patty, then throw out a bid of 9. You know, just I don't. You don't have to be $2 or $5 higher than the next person. Just throw out a bigger bid than the last one. So there you go, Patty. It's yours. And this is how I mark my ephemera. I use the little generic ones because this doesn't ruin the paper. The little memo thingies. And that is you. Oh, here we go. Okay, I got another one. Hofstadter's 1872. It's pretty much the same thing with different advertising. There's the advertising. Fancy articles. Perfumery. I've never heard it called perfumery. Hey, Veronica, how you doing? You bringing up dinner for all of us? Let's see. $8. All the almanacs are going to be $8 unless you want something else. Oh, I've got Patty in for 8 first there, Veronica. I'll got Veronica back in for 9. Well, happy birthday to your son. Patty? Okay. Vern. Don't worry, I have plenty. I have plenty. Trust me. Got a lot of these almanacs. Oh, that's Veronica. Veronica, we'll put you over here. Well, I don't think he's a little one. Okay. Hmm. Yep. So all I want for my birthday is chocolate cake. Chocolate cake. I don't want any white or yellow. I want chocolate cake. Again, this one's in really, really great. Yep. Woo. But still, he made it. 30. Hey, hey, hey. Dirty 30. Stop it. It's the world according to Garp, if anybody's seen. Okay. Hofstadter's Illustrated United States Almanac, 1880. This one's in really good condition. They're all in really good condition, but it doesn't have any torn pages at the top. But I do see a little mark here. It might be it's not a burn, but Kind of looks like that. Tender-handed stroke a nettle, and it stings you for your pains. Grasp it like a man of metal, and soft as silk remains. Starting bid $8. I already got Veronica in for 8. Scooby Dooby Doo. Oh my goodness, I got too much stuff on my desk. I got anybody else? 1880. Oh, I got quite a few. They're not all the same cover. I can tell you right now that the blue ones, the Hofstadter ones like this, they're common. I don't want to say 1880 is common, right? Because it's not. But of all the almanacs, I see this one the most. Okay. I do have others. I have a couple here that are very unique and will be more than 8. And they're old, of course. But it looks like I've got about 10 more. And I do want to save some for my ephemera because I do have Tuesday up already. What the heck? So I will be doing Tuesday ephemera day. And I'll have them. Okay. Well, it looks like nobody else wants them. Goes to you. Excuse me. My goodness, why am I doing that? Rain makes me tired. Your stuff's over here, Veronica. You said getting everybody's boxes together because I'm not gonna have what happened to Shay happen to anybody else. So as soon as your boxes get full, they go. Because I'm home for a little while, at least. So I think I'm gonna do this one on the giveaway. I'm not gonna reveal the year, but it's older than what you bought. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I've got 14 more. So a bundle sale. Well, I want to other people have the opportunity to get them as well. If nobody else bids on them, I can make a pile and throw a number at you. I don't mind doing bundles at all. It's how I buy things, honestly. So, and Veronica, you and I need to get together on the thing, on the thing, on the email thing. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I'm probably gonna save about 10 of them for Tuesday's sale. But there's some really cool ones here. This will be Tuesday. Okay, so here's a really neat one. What year is that? 81, 82. But I got because the cover's different. I don't see these like I see the blue and the yellow ones all the time. These don't come up that often. And then I got a lot of the family Christian almanacs, which are different. You see, they're not as colorful and whatnot, and they don't have as many pictures in them, but it's still a 1879 almanac, right? So I have some from the 1860s sitting over here. If age is a thing, the family Christian one, as you can see, 1865. I think this is the oldest one I have. I want to save that for my ephemera. So I am gonna go ahead and offer this one up. Starting bid $8. 1880 Family Christian Almanac, American Tract Society, New York. Nice condition, gray cover, black. Nice little scene on the front. Looks like somebody sitting on a brook, looking up at the sky, probably communing, since it is a Christian one. Oh, let's see. It's in good condition. This one's going to be $8, peeps. 1880, year of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, calculated for Boston, New York, Washington, and Charleston. But it is that old. Adapted for use throughout the country with valuable scientific and useful information. I doubt there's very much scientific in there. The astronomical calculations in equal or clock time. Oh, just a whole lot of stuff. And then they got longitude and latitude and all that stuff. This stuff is cool. And it tells you where in the sun and the moon in what phase and what night and all that stuff, and all the cool stuff. And this is the week you should be planning according to our records. That's what's useful. The Farmer's Almanac, that's the one that tells you when to plant. And that one's usually pretty close to right. Let's see what we got here. The End of the Way. It's a big poem about that cliff face called Profile Rock. I got Patty in for 8. Boy, these things are wordy. Not that wordy is a bad thing. Publications of the American Tract Society may be had at the Society House, 150 Nassau Street in New York. Yeah, okay. Back when New York was 6 blocks big. Here is the rising, southing, and setting of Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn at Washington in 1880. Oh my goodness. There we go. I got Patty in for 8. Is anybody else interested? Hey Shay, how you doing? Hey, I went ahead and made your. I think I put it in priority. I think so. So that's it. It's gone. Should have it. Day or two. They still publish those. The Farmer's Almanacs, I've seen them in. They don't push them out like every month, but I think it's like 4 times a year. Yeah, I know it's the auction house I go to, which I went to Saturday, is a block away from a post office. So I'm lucky in that regards that anybody that takes care of business Friday, I can still get it out on a day that I have to go to an auction. So one a year? Wow, I thought it would be more than that. Again, I apologize, Shay. I'm not that. That was just bad timing. That's what that was. We've seen them at Cracker Barrel. I've always seen, I've gone shopping recently. Yeah, now I'm broke. But uh, I see them on the end caps there as I'm going through the line, right? Because I rarely scan my own food. Somebody is paid to do that. Why do I need to do that? Huh. And it's still the Farmer's Almanac, right? I don't know. Okay, so I got Patty in for 8. Is there any other interest? Boo-doo-doo. I'm so in tune with the old stuff that I don't even know what the new stuff is. Okay, Patty, thank you very much. And now that I have you all here, I'll say this, and I say it every show. You can choose anywhere to be, and you chose to be here tonight. I thank you very much for that. Even if you don't buy anything, it does good just to know that you're watching. And who knows, maybe sometime you'll see something you want. I'll do 1 or 2 more of these almanacs. The rest of them I'm gonna sell on my ephemera Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern time, which is 6. Yeah. Where is? Okay, yeah, this one. I want to get an old one for you guys and split it up here. See if I got. Nope, that one's 1884. That's not old enough. Let's see. Here we go. Well, it's a little older. This is an Ayers. Ayers, another druggist probably. Published by Dr. J.C. Ayer and Company, Practical and Analytical Chemists, Lowell, Massachusetts. So they did, let's see them advertising their stuff. Drugs, medicines, and chemicals, fancy and toilet articles, sponges, brushes, perfumery, etc. Okay, there's a bend on the back of it. Ayers Almanac, 1873. This one, I think this is the one that pushes the, yeah. Yeah, it's got pictures in it, if that's a thing for you. So, well, thank you for stopping by, Shay. Appreciate it. Here's one for March 1873. $8. No reason to change. There's pictures. Oh yeah, I told you my lighting had to get better. I can do it now. I just have to get underneath the table to plug it in, and this old man doesn't want to do that right now. Rain is wreaking havoc with my arthritis. Mm. June 1873. Let's see. Let's see. What's this? I used to know how to read these, but the Jupiter will be in Leo. There. Mars will be in Libra. So they're fairly wordy. I got Veronica in for 8. Hmm. What did I do with my? Huh. Oh, here it is. Okay. I found my. Here it is. Burn. Okay, Veronica. It's all you. Oh, just have everybody talk amongst themselves for a minute and let me see if I can find the giveaway tool. Oh my god, I got everything on my. I was better organized. Yard. Thank you. Yeah, that doesn't help any. I think we all wish we were better organized. Yeah, you know that's right. Oh my god. Okay, well, I'll uh, I'll wait. We'll see if scavengers get on here. If they don't, then I'll have to do the giveaway on Tuesday night. Tell you what, I'll do this one as a giveaway Tuesday. Yeah, you see, it is a 1981 almanac, census and diary. Lots of does have some damage there on the back. But ooh, 140 years old. You better hope all you have is damage on your back. All kinds of weird stuff inside. Talks about the states and the territories in here, with only 47 states listed. Yeah, well, Hawaii and Alaska came along later. So, what's the other one I'm missing? Don't know. You think I should know something like that? Talks about malaria in here, about malaria, its cause and cure, the theory of the germ. Uh, There's some pictures. If I could figure out this stupid, it's supposed to. Oh, looky there. Okay. Looky what I found. All right, here we go. Hashtag. Yeah, Hawaii and Alaska is going to be two. Uh, but what was the 48th state. Somebody look that one up real quick. Eh. Yeah, I got to figure it out. All right. This is going to be the giveaway. Hashtag green, as in the color green. If you're interested, hashtag green. I'll start collecting things. Hashtag green. There we go. I got 2 in, 3 in. 1881. Again, I like the old stuff. Linda, I know you haven't been to my show a lot and you're from Treasure Scavengers. I thank you for joining us. Yeah, I do the old stuff because it's what I like. So, and my shows typically run about an hour and a half, maybe 2. I don't push it more than that because I'm an old man and can't handle that. I only show 4 in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. And when Amber and Mike can get their computers working, every other or every week, I don't know. Sundays is kind of like, hey, you want to join the show? Yeah, sure, come on over. It's kind of like that now. So, and I'm cool with that. But Tuesdays are mine, and Tuesdays is typically ephemera, but not only, because sometimes I run out of ephemera. I'm not going to be running out for a while, I guarantee you that. But okay, well, that's 4 of them. Let's give it a go. Let me share the screen. Oh, it's been a while since I've done all this stuff. Share the screen. That one. Here we go. Everybody see that fine? Draw. Here we go. Sungly! Woohoo! History. Everything I deal in is history. Congrats, Sung Lee. Pretty nice piece of ephemera you got there. I'll often come up with things like this. They're old school books. I sell old books too when I get them. And I mean old like 1800s, early 1900s. But this is English literature for a time in the 1900s on that one. So every once in a while I'll come across, those books. I believe you still have a thing or two down. Yeah, you got a box that's not very full down there. Oh, congratulations, Sung Lee. Okay, $2. Handyman Club of America life member Pat. Sorry, let me back off the camera here. There's the back of it. It doesn't have the shiny stuff on it, so you got to sew this one on, which I am quite capable of doing. Anybody, come on, that man in your life wants this. You know, the guy that fixes the sink but just makes it worse? This is what he's waiting on. Do you have any books on the Silk Road? No. Quick answer to that would be no. I think you asked that once before. Let me write that down. Silk Road. I will make a note of it. Next time I go any future auction, if it comes up, I'll snag it. These ladies here, they let me know what they like, and if I see it, I'll go buy it and bring it back. If they don't let me know, then I'm winging it and hoping to get something. Veronica for 2. Well, that's just not being very fair. Oh. Yeah, the next auction I'll go to is 3 weeks away. I might go to. There's one next week, but it's across town, and I gotta make $100 before I can even think I can go somewhere. So, because I like taking when I go to an auction, always have 300 cash on me, and then backup, of course, in credit card, just because you never know. There might be that one thing that you got to have for $600 because it flips for 2 to 3 grand. You got to be on the ready for things like that, and that stuff does happen. So, in order for me to get that initial $300 together, which is a rolling $300, spend it, make it back, spend it, make it back, that kind of thing. That I need to get back to that 300, and I've already claimed 200 of it, so all I need is like another 100, whether that's here or eBay or Facebook Marketplace makes no difference. I just have to make it back before I can go to another auction. And that's kind of how I do auctions. When I first did it, didn't care. And I've been to places where I've almost bought a car. And I believe it was a 1953 Thunderbird. Oh man, that thing was sweet. It had the steering wheel went off to the side, and the seat slid out so you could get in the car on a swivel. It's pretty neat. You got a message from me about one of the Boyd bears. I want it. It is the fish one. Yeah, I got something right here. I love moon stuff. I love space. I love astronomy. So I'm going to be picking up stuff from that for sure. Neil deGrasse Tyson is my hero. Oh my God, it's buried. I'm going to try to get to it. Oh, oh, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, let's see. Oh, let's see. This came out same year as the moon landing. Uh, Time Life Records. and book. There you go. It says to the moon. Got the astronauts. Is a yeah. Put it this way. There. Now you can read it. It says to the moon. Story and sound. It's got its original cover. Like I said, this is Time Life. Here's the book. Silver color. Pretty inside. It's got it all sparkly. 1969 is the copyright. But it shows, you know, all the Time Life pictures. There's the weather balloons. You know what crashed at Roswell. Wink, wink. Some dudes on the Vomit Comet. Some pictures of Earth from space. The best view. Here's some spaceship parts. The old Apollos. Anyway, it's in immaculate condition. I don't think it was ever taken out. And the bonus kicker on this. You have this one, huh? It's really nice, though. Do you have the records? All the records? They never were played because having people play records anymore is kind of a thing. There's the history of the Gemini, Apollo, and Mercury's. The original subscription, all the original advertising, everything, all original, everything in it. And like I said, the records are in immaculate because it was never played. But because it's kind of heavy, not really kind of, but kind of heavy, you know, I'd be willing to do 20 on it, which is a good price. And this only goes in one way. Let's turn it. There we go. It only goes in one way. So, there it is. If anybody else is interested in this big old hunking piece of moon stuff, I got it because I loved it, period. But I can't play the records. Well, I can. It just seems a shame to do so. They've never been played. $20 if anybody's interested at all in the big Time Life thing. And I got another Time Life, and it's all about Hollywood, and it's very similar to that. I still play records, but not too often. And if I do, it's usually to see if I can sell it. Honestly, I don't play it for fun anymore. I've got Spotify. It's got everything I want. Well, some of the records that I have aren't on Spotify because of I don't know why. Money. I'm sure that's the main reason. Here's one I'm gonna do for. You know what? I think this one goes over here. Just ignore me. I feel so weird without my people here. I can't run off and do anything. because treasure scavengers aren't here, and I know they're having problems, and it's not their fault. These are Veronica's. All right, well, I'm going to do one more almanac. And that was the giveaway for Tuesday. Oh. Let's do Home Almanac 1882 Illustrated, presented by W.H. Sage and Company, Wellington, Ohio Home Insurance Company. There's the back. They got the advertising for their insurance company. It's in pretty good shape for 1882. This one is highly illustrated. And I comped this out on eBay. I couldn't believe it. You know, these things are going for like only $10. You think something that looks this good with all these illustrations would sell for a lot more, but they don't. So, you know, on eBay they're going between 10 and $20. And I just figured 10, and I give you guys a couple bucks off, and you don't have to deal with eBay people, which I'm an eBay people, but and to Lindy Pucky and everybody else watching, you know, my eBay store is Big Bro Auctions, the same as my YouTube channel. My Facebook says Monster Cat with 2 T's, but it says Big Bro Auctions in the parentheses. And my Instagram is Big Bro Auctions, and I show clips of what I do when I buy things. Matter of fact, I got a clip of me actually winning a couple items this time. So you guys get to see how much I paid for something. I can guarantee it was too much. This is a nice one. This one's in really good condition. And there's so many illustrations on it. This one's sweet. This one is a good purchase in my opinion, just because of all the pictures in it. But I don't have any other interest, so I'm going to award it to Veronica for 8. Congratulations, Veronica. Oh, yeah, I've actually gone through a large portion of everything I set out to sell tonight, so I'm going to stop there. Stop by Tuesday. Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Nothing but ephemera. Nothing but ephemera. I've got more than enough ephemera to last for a while. And I'm going to try and dump it all on you. Haha. No, I'm going to try and give it to people that can appreciate and love it. Or maybe sell it to somebody else that will. That's the whole intention. So everybody stay profitable. Everybody tell the people around you that you love them, because you never know when you're not going to be able to. Ta-ta for now, ladies. Thank you very much. See you Tuesday, hopefully.